point of thinking to myself, like, what are some of the most common mistakes that dance studio owners make when they are starting out, or like, what's one thing that dance studio owners be messing up when they, really get into a system of having dancers, but their system's not growing, or they're not quite seeing the revenue generation like they thought they should. And so I started thinking, what are the common mistakes that are made? And the first one that I thought of was people don't have like systems in place, like systems in order to scale to the next business. Like for instance, when you meet a dancer or you meet somebody out in the public, what are you doing to follow up with them? And not just following up with them once, because I have a terrible time following up with people. So I totally get it, but it's like, you can take that phone number or that email address. You can send them an email once, but what are you doing with it afterwards? Not just that, but how difficult is it to keep up with all the people that you meet while you're out and about trying to keep up with? Did you contact them? Did you reach out? Whereas if you had systems in place to automate the process, not only would you be able to reach these people a lot easier, a lot quicker, but your conversion rate to get them from just somebody you met to an actual paying client is a little bit higher. And that's because with systems in place, you can have something to where they will scan a QR code, or you can send them a link, and now they are in your what they call a funnel. Okay, now a funnel is where you click a certain link and you get basically a something, a lead magnet, something for free, and then you get their email address, and from there you start to market them, or you start to market to them. And so with your dance studio or your dance team, when you are looking, even with the high schools and the middle school dance lines, this goes for y'all too. When you grab their attention, you want to grab it to where you're grabbing the attention for the dancers that you're looking for. And then after you get their information, their email, now you can automatically be emailing them or automatically be sending them text messages or updates as you are going along with your marketing for your studio at that time. Now, the thing about that is if you do it the right way, people will sign up for your team. People will sign up for your studio. But if you don't, you're going to lose so many people in the process that you might as well not even be marketing. So that's one of the things that I think people be messing up when they get somebody, they don't really have a system in place to stay in touch with the people that they meet. Not just that, but the other systems that are not in place is your payments. Why are your payments not being automated? Like, there's no reason why in 2025 your payments aren't automated. You should be having people's dance class fees come out of their bank account. Like, there's no reason why you should be accepting checks. No reason why I don't even, bruh, Cash App. If you're doing Cash App in 2025, you should just get out of business, because there's so many ways you can get a business bank account, and not just that, but it's legit. Now, for you guys who don't know, yes, I have a strong dance background, but I also have a background in taxes. I've been doing taxes for about 7 years, and so I know that the IRS does not recognize Cash App payments as a form of business transactions for your legit business. They want to see a real bank account. So, oh, my screen is coming back. So, many of you all know my whole thing is dance less, earn more. I was a burnt out dance teacher. I was teaching classes from, I would go in the morning and I would teach at the daycare center. I would leave the daycare center. I would go to the middle school. I would teach I would go to high school. I would go to the practice with the high school. After I get out of the practice with the high school, then I go to the dance studio. And then on the weekends, I'm doing workshops and I'm doing camps and I was tired to the point where my body started to break down. Once my body started to break down, I knew that I had to do something different because I was teaching all these classes, doing all this dance stuff, but I wasn't making no money. It was pissing me off because everybody's taking advantage of my skill and my talent, but nobody is paying me for it. And so when I started to realize that I could make more money with dancing less, I was like, all right, so how do we do this? That's when I started to realize that you can get paid money by recording your classes and selling them. You can get paid money for having your content being monetized. Same content you're posting anyway. Why are you not monetizing your dance team's Instagram and social media page? If you got a YouTube channel, why are you not monetizing your channel that all these dancers could be on there promoting? Now, y'all make sure y'all subscribe and drop some likes and some comments to let me know if this is some good information because I really feel like, as entrepreneurs and as studio owners and as business owners, like we can scale to the next level, but we don't want to. Oh, excuse me. We don't want to get out of our own head and our bad habits. And bad habits consist of stuff like not having systems, not being automated. Once again, if you're taking Cash App as a form of payment, you're bugging, bro. And then, you're doing more work, but you're not making the money. So, or what you're doing, you're making the money, but the money's going right back into the dance studio because you're picking people up and dropping people off, and you're making costumes. You're using your own money to go and buy the costumes. Like you are wilding at this point. Like, come on. There's so many ways that you can adjust your systems that will allow you to make so much money in this dance game. And it has nothing to do with the people that are in your city. It has nothing to do with people that are in your studio even. There's ways that you can monetize yourself by recording your content. You'll be able to monetize the full community. You'll be able to post your things, and people from all over the world will be able to see, and people from all over the world will be able to see your dance, your talent, your skill. If you know how to sew, if you know how to cook, there's so many that you guys can make these ponytails and sell them to the dance. Like, it's so many ways that you can earn more money while you dance less. So the first thing that people do to mess up and the mistakes that they make when they're starting out in business, the first thing they do is they do not automate their systems. That's first. Make sure you're automating your marketing, your emailing, your class payments. Make sure all of that stuff is automated. And then number two is trading your time for your money. That is gonna burn you out. What are you gonna do when you can't dance? I got into a car accident back in 2019, and I'm a teach dance class with a broke foot. I broke my foot and my leg. I'm a teacher dance, and I was heavy teaching dance. I wasn't even teaching dance regularly. I was teaching dance on Airbnb. I bet y'all didn't even know that. I bet y'all didn't even know that was an option. One of the top Airbnb experiences. Dance, me, right here in Atlanta. Okay? But how am I do that with a broke foot? So you gotta, and bills still gotta get paid, shout it. They don't care. They do not care if you cannot pay without having a dance. The last thing you're not doing is your third mistake is you're not building a community. My SIP, I call it SIPG SIP because this is the Studio Inc. parent group. These are my dance moms that I kept in contact with, and many of them I'm still good friends with them. But you need to create a community, not just of the dance moms, but of their families, their friends, their schools, where you can go to their schools and perform at their schools. Hello. If they have a dentist office and the dentist office sees several of your girls and they're having a customer appreciation day, hello, go perform. Like, there's so many things that you are missing out on because you're not trying to really treat this like a business. My mama used to say, "Oh, this is a glorified hobby. This ain't no business." And I had to let her know, like, first of all, you ain't tripping like that. I mean, me and my mama have a great relationship. So when I say that, she's that. But she was right. It was a hobby. I love dancing, and I was getting paid every now and then for it. Even though I was working like a damn people slave, teaching from here to there, driving all over the city, picking people's kids up, dropping people's kids off, all of that kind of stuff, and taking away from my family, my time, my life, all of those things. So stop treating it like a hobby and treat this shit like a business. You want to be a boss, you want to be a CEO. I see a lot of coaches coming to these competitions and they got their hair done, and they got their lashes on, and they see, it's got all of the good stuff on, like they got their coach shoes on, and they on point, right? But they business ain't together. They really ain't making no money. It's fake. It's finesse because they in my DMs crying and shit. They ain't making no money and they business. No matter whether it's a few dance studio, barbershop, restaurant, business, business. Why I help somebody stop dancing more and it's time or sponsorships. They might even need some for ads or commercials. And you at the top of that discussion because of the community around your damn thing. So y'all go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know. Actually comment survival if you're ready to get out of survival mode and get into victory mode because it is truly possible for you to go to earn, $5,000 a month, and then from 5 to 10, and then from 10 to 20, it's all about systems and knowing how to make it happen. And I am here to help you. I have tried to do other things. I have tried to be this, that, and the other for all of these other, and dance keeps pulling me back. So it's a reason why I keep coming back to really wanting to teach dance teachers how to run business. Okay? All right, so like I said, like, subscribe, comment, share this video with a dance coach that you know that is ready to get to that next level. Because I'm ready to help y'all. I'm tired of watching y'all struggle. Okay? Until next time, I will see y'all at Connecting the Lines. Make sure you get in this food community. Top it. Top it. All right.